Scientists estimate that there are at least 2 trillion galaxies in the universe, each as unique as our own galaxy. Welcome to the Milky Way. Our galaxy consists of billions of stars, planets, and gas, bound together by gravity. It is approximately 100,000 light-years in diameter. It is a barred spiral galaxy, named so as it appears to have an elongated bar in the center, with several spiral arms around it. The bright center of our galaxy is called the bulge. It contains a supermassive black hole and around 10 million stars, wrapped in a thick cloak of cosmos dust. The 4 spiral arms are the Norma arm, Sagittarius, Scutum Crux, and Perseus. Our Sun is located inside a minor spiral arm called the Orion Arm, approximately 25,000 light-years from the galactic center. We are now traveling through the Orion Arm, located in what might be considered the suburbs of the galaxy. Stars come in a variety of sizes and colors, depending on their initial mass and stage of development. Blue stars are very hot. They tend to have shorter lifetimes than the cool, slowly burning red stars. Now we are entering our solar system, which contains the Sun, the Earth, and other planets. Just as the Earth orbits around the Sun orbits around the center of the Milky Way galaxy, taking around 250 million years to do so. Move the right stick left or right to select your destination, or look directly at an icon. Press X to accept. The Sun is a powerful entity, providing the Earth with heat and light, 2 essential ingredients of life. It is a main sequence star, which means it generates this energy by burning hydrogen in its core. To visualize the types of stars in the universe and their evolution, astronomers commonly use the Hertzsprung-Russell diagram, or HR diagram. The hottest stars are to the left of the graph, while the brightest stars are at the top of the graph. All stars begin their life in the main sequence band. As they evolve, they will move across different regions of the diagram. Approximately 5 billion years from now, the Sun will turn into the red giant. The star will dramatically expand, engulfing the inner planets of Mercury, Venus, and most likely, the Earth. Since prehistoric times, humanity has been grouping stars into recognizable, memorable patterns, called constellations or asterisms. Today, there are 88 officially recognized constellations, defined as regions in the sky. Here we only highlight a selection of them. We now know that the stars in the sky are spread out across vast distances across the galaxy and beyond. The line patterns associated with constellations would look vastly different when viewed from other locations in the galaxy outside of the solar system. Sirius A is the brightest star in the night sky. It belongs to the Canis Major, or Greater Dog constellation, hence its other name, the Dog Star. It is a main sequence star of spectral type A. On this Hubble telescope photo you can see that Sirius A is accompanied by the white dwarf Sirius B, together forming the Sirius binary system. Alpha Centauri is the closest star system at around 4.4 light-years from the Sun. It is a triple star system, consisting of two Sun-like stars, Rigel Kentaurus and Ptolemy, and the much smaller Proxima Centauri. Proxima Centauri is not visible to the naked eye, despite being the Sun's closest neighbor. Faint, red M-type star is commonly referred to as a red dwarf. The smaller the star's mass, the longer its lifespan, and Proxima Centauri will be around for another 4 trillion years. Planets discovered outside of the solar system are called exoplanets. In this star system, astronomers have identified a potentially habitable Earth-like exoplanet, called the Proxima Centauri b, discovered in 2016. Sirius A is the brightest star in the night sky. It belongs to the Canis Major, or Greater Dog constellation, hence its other name, the Dog Star. It is a main sequence star of spectral type A. On this Hubble telescope photo you can see that Sirius A is accompanied by the white dwarf Sirius B, together forming the Sirius binary system. Procyon belongs to the Canis Minor, or the Lesser Dog, constellation, which is why it is called the Little Dog Star. Just like Sirius the Dog Star, Procyon is a binary star. It consists of a yellow-white F-type main sequence star Procyon A and a much smaller white dwarf Procyon B. F-type stars make up around 3% of main sequence stars in the solar neighborhood. Emitting more higher energy radiation, such as ultraviolet light, their lifespan is shorter than that of G-type stars like the Sun. Still, scientists believe they may support life on their planets. Procyon belongs to the Canis Minor, or the Lesser Dog, constellation, which is why it is called the Little Dog Star. Just like Sirius the Dog Star, Procyon is a binary star. It consists of a yellow-white F-type main sequence star. F-type stars make up around 3% of main sequence stars in the solar neighborhood, emitting more higher energy radiation, such as ultraviolet light. Their lifespan is shorter than that of G-type stars like the Sun. Still, scientists believe they may support life on their planets. W is a giant star that has evolved away from the main sequence, after consuming the hydrogen at its core. By studying stars such as W, scientists can get an idea of how our Sun may behave in the future. W is part of the constellation Ursa Major, or the Great Bear. It is also one of the 7 stars which make up the Big Dipper, one of the night sky's most widely recognized asterisms. An asterism is any prominent, widely recognized pattern of stars used to mentally connect them. These patterns are arbitrary and vary between cultures and across history. By drawing and extending a line through W and Merak, you can quickly locate Polaris, the North Star.
It's cool.
Arcturus is the brightest type K giant in the night sky. Astronomers predict Arcturus will end up as a white dwarf at the end of its life. Aldebaran is a red giant after its first dredge-up stage, during which material from deep within was brought up to the surface by convection, indicated by fingerprints of carbon, oxygen, and nitrogen in the photosphere spectrum. Scientists can determine the composition of stars or other astronomical objects by analyzing the light emitted from them using instruments such as the Hubble telescope's imaging spectrograph. A spectrograph separates the light into its wavelengths, producing a spectrum which scientists can use to identify presence of specific chemical elements. Dark absorption lines visible in the spectrum of a star are caused by thinner, cooler gases in the star's atmosphere. These gases absorb specific wavelengths from the star's continuous light spectrum. As shown on the right, these dark lines can then be matched against well-known bright lines emitted by heated-up materials. Such bright lines can also be directly observed in the light spectrum of some nebulas consisting of ionized, glowing gases. Aldebaran is a red giant after its first dredge-up stage, during which material from deep within was brought up to the surface by convection, indicated by fingerprints of carbon, oxygen, and nitrogen in the photosphere spectrum. Scientists can determine the composition of stars or other. A spectrograph separates the light into its wavelength. Dark absorption lines visible in the spectrum of a star as shown on the right. These dark lines, such bright lines, can also be directly observed in the light spectrum of some nebulas consisting of ionized, glowing gases. Delta Cephei belongs to a very important class of stars called Cepheid variable stars. These stars brighten and dim repeatedly. What is so special about them is that the time between the repetitions is precisely tied to the star's true luminosity. These stars act as cosmic distance benchmarks, as scientists can derive distances to even extremely distant Cepheid variables just by observing the period of their pulsations. Delta Cephei is one of the nearest Cepheid variable stars alongside Polaris. Its precise distance is known to us thanks to Hubble Space Telescope observations, making it particularly useful as a calibrator for the period-luminosity relationship. Through the study of Cepheid stars by Hubble and other telescopes, scientists today have a more precise estimate of the age of the universe, which is around 13.7 billion years. Just like the similarly sized Betelgeuse, the 12 million years old Antares has already exhausted its hydrogen supply and moved away from the main sequence spanned on the HR diagram. When the hydrogen inside the core of a main sequence star runs out, the energy output pushing outward dwindles. Gravity causes the outer layers to contract and the pressure to increase. This causes the hydrogen in the star's outer shell to fuse. The cooler burning, red shell, expands outwards, creating a supergiant star. Meanwhile, in the now denser collapsed core, the helium that accumulated during the main sequence phase begins to fuse into carbon. The yellow supergiant Polaris has luminosity nearly 4,000 times greater than the Sun. Commonly known as the North Star, it is located at a distance of 434 light-years from Earth. One of the brightest stars in the night sky, humans have been using the North Star as a navigation beacon since we first looked to the skies. The North Star appears to be in a fixed position over the North Pole, giving the impression that the other stars in the North Hemisphere rotate around it. Polaris is also a Cepheid variable star, meaning that it has a regular and precise cycle of brightening and dimming. By measuring the time between these light cycles, scientists can calculate its intrinsic luminosity and derive the distance from that. Cepheid stars are extremely valuable referencing points, also called standard candles, for measuring distances between stars and other objects in the universe. The relatively young, 10 million years old Betelgeuse is very easy to spot with the naked eye in the night sky, due to its distinctive, orange-red color of a cooling supergiant. High-mass stars evolve and age quickly. Betelgeuse is now in the last stages of its evolution. It is expected to explode as a supernova within the next million years. (73% of the human body, including the majority of our oxygen, carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus, calcium, and iron, originates from exploding massive stars. Rigel is a blue-white, B-type, bright supergiant. Its mass is about 18 times that of the Sun, and its luminosity calculated to be anywhere between 40,000 and 360,000 times greater. Stars like Rigel are rare and short-lived, but their immense brightness makes up for their scarcity, and they are well represented among stars visible to the naked eye. The Milky Way is surrounded with a diffuse galactic halo, containing spherical islands of stars called globular clusters. These clusters orbit the galactic core as satellites. By measuring the orbital velocities of these clusters, using data from the Hubble Space Telescope and the European Space Agency's Gaia satellite, an updated estimate on the mass of the entire galaxy was obtained. The Milky Way has the mass of 1.5 trillion suns, and around 90% of that is believed to be dark matter, the invisible and mysterious substance which acts as scaffolding throughout the universe, keeping the stars in their galaxies. The bright center of our galaxy is called the bulge. It contains a supermassive black hole, and around 10 million stars, wrapped in a thick cloak of cosmic dust. It is named so, because it appears to bulge out of the thin disk of the Milky Way. Blue-white, O-type stars, such as this one, have temperatures in excess of 30,000 kelvins. Usually located in regions of active star formation, these stars illuminate any surrounding material and are largely responsible for the distinct coloration of the galaxy's arms. They are extremely rare. Only 1 in 5 million stars are O-type, but because of their brightness they can be observed across large distances. As late as in the early 1900s, it was still believed that all the stars in the universe belonged to the Milky Way, with nothing beyond it. On October 5, 1925, the American astronomer, Edwin Powell Hubble, proved that wrong, based on his observations of Cepheid variable star V1 in the Great Andromeda Nebula. Using the well-established period luminosity relationship for Cepheid variables, Hubble calculated V1's distance as 1 million light-years from Earth, much further out than the size of our galaxy. The Great Andromeda Nebula was thus revealed to be a large spiral galaxy, called M31, or Andromeda Galaxy. Cosmology is a branch of astronomy concerned with the origins and evolution of the entire universe. The universe did not always appear as we observe it today, and scientists have been attempting to map its expansion from a dense cluster of materials and energy to the galaxies and star formations we see today. In the 1920s, astronomer Edwin Hubble discovered that the universe was expanding. In 1998, Hubble telescope observations revealed that the universe expansion was actually accelerating. By studying the stars and looking ever so further out into space, scientists are effectively looking back in time, building our understanding of the past, present and the future of our universe. Since its launch in 1990, the Hubble telescope brought about several breakthroughs in astrophysics, and dramatically enhanced our knowledge of the universe. One of the primary reasons for launching the Hubble telescope was to improve our estimates of the size and age of the universe through observations of Cepheid variables in distant galaxies. It has accomplished this objective. The Hubble Space Telescope has earned its place in history as one of the most powerful instruments built by humanity in our effort to discover the hidden secrets of the cosmos. Cosmology is a branch of astronomy concerned with the origins and evolution of the entire universe. In the 1920s, astronomer Edwin Hubble discovered by studying the stars and looking ever so further out into space, scientists are effectively looking back in time, building our understanding of the past, present and the future of our universe.
Don't screw this up now. Go slow and do it right. Houston, runway sensor. Houston, copy. Field sight. I see one white. Lift down. Approach and land. Body flight cover the trail. And on glide slope on surface winds 15 George 4. Roger. Maneuver complete. In the flare, on the gear. Here is our back light. Looking good. 5,000 feet radar. Roger. Radar 2 is good. Radar 1 is good. Thank you. GC be okay, come on, good. Very good there. Speed break 25. Okay. Alright, gotcha. Jim. $1,000. 500. 400. Here. Here's coming. Gear down. 100. And touch. And touch. You're rotating. 105. 85. 69. 40 gaze off. Okay, we'll stop. Good landing. I should the price speed, but we rolled too far, but it was decelerating so good. You're okay, bud. You did a great job. You increased it on. Yeah.
Missed the runway. Go fuck yourself. I'm on the runway, you jackass. Fuck.
Don't screw this up now. Go slow and do it right. Is there a voice inside? Think copy, field sight. I see one white. One heavy on the nominal aim point. Then south. Approach and land. Body flight cover the trail. Then on glide slope on surface winds 15 George 4. Here is our Roger. Maneuver complete. Looking good. That's it up, how are you? 5,000 feet, radar. Roger. Radar 2 is good. Radar 1 is good. Thank you. Jeez, it'd be okay going for that sound. Oh, you got that right. Jeez. Alright, gotcha. Jim. Speed break 25. Okay.
Oh, I'm dropping like a goddamn rock. Holy shit.
Heavy on the nominal aim point. Then south. Approach and land. Body flight cover the trail. Then on glide slope on surface winds 15 George 4. Roger. Maneuver complete. Shoot. Is R. Looking good. In the flare, on the gear. Here is R. Radar. Roger. Radar 2 is good. Radar 1 is good. Thank you. That's it up, how are you? Speed break 25. Okay. Jeez, it'd be okay going for that sound. Oh, you got that right. Jeez. Alright, gotcha. Jim. 1,000. 500. 400. Here. Here it's coming. Gear down. 100. And touch. You're rotating. 105. 80 and 5. 69. 40 gaze off. brake.
Should be coming. There she comes.
Yeah, we'll stop.
Great job.
Excellent job. Well, thank you, Charlie. It's great to be home.
Alright, that was a textbook landing.
It was a super flight, and thanks to everybody for all the fine help. And we're in the post-landing checklist.
You're loud and clear, sir, and the vehicle looks nominal at this point.
Roger. Okay. You doing okay?
Yeah. Little dizziness here, though.
Yeah, it's okay.
Keep the head still.
Just go slow. You'll be fine. Okay?
I see one white.
One heavy on the nominal aim point.
10,000.
Approach and land. Body flap coming to trail.
And audio light slope on surface winds 1504.
Roger. Maneuver complete.
Looking good. Deep lead, radar 2 is good. Radar 1 is good.
Thank you.
Speed brake 25.
Okay.
Here's coming.
0 down.
100.
My chute didn't deploy. That's weird. Okay, but I still stopped. Still landed. It's all good. I didn't go 25 miles down the runway.
Don't screw this up now. Go slow and do it right.
I see one white.
One heavy on the nominal aim point.
10,000.
Approach and land. Body flap coming to trail.
And audio light slope on surface winds 1504.
Roger. Maneuver complete.
Looking good. 5,000 feet radar.
Roger.
Radar 2 is good.
Unit clear. Army gear. Thank you.
Here is armed and the light. 3,000.
Speed brake 25. Okay.
GCB okay, going good. Oh, you got that right. Jeez.
Alright, gotcha.
1,000. 500. 400. Here's coming.
On the ballpark. 0 down.
100. Touch and touch.
Derotating.
105. 85. 69. 40 gaze off.
Shoot.
Shoot and it's gone.
jettison.
Roger that.
Speed brake. Should be coming. There she comes.
Okay.
Don't screw this up now. Go slow and do it right.
I see one white.
One heavy on the
Two
nominal
is
lean
alright.
point.
10,000.
Approach and land. Body flap coming to trail.
And on glide slope on surface winds 1504.
Roger. Maneuver complete.
Looking good. 5,000 feet, radar. Radar 2 is good. Radar 1 is good.
Thank you.
That's it up, are you? 3,000.
Speed brake 25. Okay. G should be okay for good.
So you got that ready.
In the flare, on the gear.
Here is our back White House. 500. 400.
On the ball bar.
100.
Gear.
Here's coming.
Gear down.
Touch and touch.
Gear rotating.
100. Down to 80 and 5. 69.
Stand by the jet.
40. Roger that.
Speed brake. Should be coming. Yeah, we'll stop. There she goes.
We land again.
I should have
Speed
broke
brake.
more. We rolled too far, but it was decelerating so good.
You're okay, bud. You did a great job.
Greased it on her.
Yeah. Everybody put your hand over your heart. We're passing over Louisiana.
Don't screw this up now. Go slow and do it right.
Houston, I see one white.
One heavy on the nominal lean point.
10,000.
Approach and land. Body flap coming to trail.
And on glide slope on surface winds 1504.
Roger. Maneuver complete.
1 is good.
Thank you. In the flare, on the gear.
Here it is, our battle light.
You got that right, Chase.
Speed break 25.
Okay.
Alright, gotcha. Jim.
1,000.
Gear.
Here's coming.
Gear down.
400.
On the ball bar.
100. Touch and touch.
02.
Coming. 105. 85.
Stand by to jettison.
Roger that. Shoot is gone. 40 gaze off.
Okay, we'll stop.
Good landing.
I should have
High speed
broke more. We rolled too far, but he's selling so good.
You're okay, bud. You did a great job.
Greased it on. There
Yeah.
she goes. Okay.
Everybody put your hand over your heart. We're passing over Louisiana.
Alright, don't screw this up now. Go slow and do it right.
Here's the runway.
CC copies, field sight.
I see one white.
1, heavy on the nominal length. 2,
It's R10,000.
approach and land on the gear.
Here it is R1000.
And ongoing slope on surface winds 150 at 4.
Roger. Maneuver complete.
Looking good. 5,000 feet radar.
Roger.
Radar 2 is good. That's radar 1 is good.
Thank you.
Chase should be okay. Speed break 25.
Okay.
Alright, gotcha. Jim.
1,000. 500. 400.
On the ball bar. Gear.
Here's coming.
Gear down.
100. Touch. And touch.
You're okay. Shoot.
Coming. 105. 85.
Stand by to jettison.
Roger that. Shoot is gone. 40 gaze off.
Okay, we'll stop.
Great job.
Excellent job.
Well, thank you, Charlie. It's great to be home. We're all feeling great, and it was a super flight, and thanks to everybody for all the fine help. And we're in post-landing checklist.
You're loud and clear, sir, and the vehicle looks nominal at this point.
Roger. You doing okay?
Yeah. Little dizziness here, though.
Yeah, it's
Try to
okay.
keep the head still.
Just go slow. You'll be fine. Okay?
Whoa! Woo! I mean, where? 50,000. But I hit that ground too hard is what it's telling me.
Everybody put your hand over your heart. We're passing over Louisiana.
Alright, don't screw this up now. Go slow and do it right. Don't forget this maneuver. You're going to feel a roll and a yaw. Don't worry.
You're on energy approaching the hack.
We're doing good.
Been here before. Done this a lot. Here's the maneuver. Ready?
Ready? That's it up, are you?
On energy at the 90.
On energy at the 90.
Looking good at the 90.
Roger.
Should be okay for that. There you got that right. Jeez. Right, got you. Jim.
I don't know if I connected my accelerometer.
Probes and whoever is boxing.
Houston copy, shield sight.
I see one white.
One heavy on the nominal aim point.
7,000.
Approach and land. Body flight coming to trail.
And on-glide slope on surface winds 15084.
Roger. On the gear. Maneuver complete.
White. Looking good. 5,000 feet radar.
Roger.
Radar 2 is good. Radar 1 is good.
Thank you. Speed brake. Should be coming. There she comes. Speed brake 25. Okay.
Okay, why am I guess I'm going back up.
Here.
Here's coming. 400. Yeah, ADG.
That was weird.
Great job.
Great job, Bob.
Good job.
Weird.
100.
Gear down.
I floated up like a leaf. But I have to do so many of these landings. It's so stupid. That one, that one. So, front and back. I've already done A and B. Then I have to do this one, all the same. And that one, all of the same. Put it on extreme. This is gonna be horrible. crazy. I'm probably going to explode in the air. Be my guess.
Alright, don't screw this up now. Go slow and do it right. Don't forget this maneuver. You're going to feel a roll and a yaw. Don't worry.
Shoot. It's alright.
You're on energy approaching the hack.
We're doing good.
Woo!
Still a high angle attack.
Here's the maneuver. Ready?
Ready. That's it up, alright.
G should be okay to work for that sound.
Oh, you got that right. Jeez.
Alright, gotcha.
In the flare, on the gear.
Here is coming.
Gear down. Shoot.
Coming. Speed brake. Yeah.
Stand by the jettison.
Roger that. Looking good. 5,000 feet radar.
Roger.
Radar 2 is good. Radar 1 is good.
Thank you.
Speed brake 25.
Okay.
1,400.
On the ball bar.
Shoot is gone.
Don't forget this maneuver. You're going to feel a roll and a yaw. Don't worry.
You're on energy approaching the hack.
We're doing good. Still a high angle attack.
Here's the maneuver.
Jesus.
Ready?
Ready.
Coming straight down. At this point, I knew it was hopeless,
Here's coming.
so I deployed everything.
Stand by the jettison.
Roger that. Looking good. 5,000 feet radar.
Roger.
Radar 2 is good. Radar 1 is good.
Thank you.
Speed brake 25.
Okay.
1,400.
On the ball bar.
100. 500.
Right on the ballpark is right.